everybody, and welcome to today's stream. I hope everyone's having a wonderful time zone. Yeah, how's everyone doing? Well, I hope if you're new here, or even if you're not here, make sure you wave at me in the comments, say hi, and if you enjoy what you see, please consider smashing that like button and subscribing to the channel for more art and animated content, because it really helps it get seen by YouTube's algorithm and tells it that my content is actually worth viewing. Now, let's see how you guys doing. Hope you're well. So today's stream, or in today's stream, obviously I'm going to be working on my Billford animation. We are moving on to the final verse. Woohoo! We're getting so close to finishing this thing. It's absolutely crazy. So today, whoops, sorry, scrubbing's on. I'm going to be working on this background to start with. If we finish that, then we're going to add in Ford and Bill doing a couple of bits. Depends how far we get, or how time goes. But yeah, we're gonna be working on Ford's response basically, and the final verse of the song. Probably, obviously, well, I'll say probably, obviously, that's a oxymoron. I don't know. Anyway, obviously, that's what I wanted to say. I'm getting all muddled up. I don't know why. It's probably because I'm talking too fast. So we're probably not gonna get, or we. Oh my god! Obviously, we're not gonna get through the entire verse tonight. But I am gonna be working on it. So I'm gonna stop babbling. I'm going to put some lo-fi on and we're going to get going with this thing. But before I do, here is the full animation as it currently is. I finished all the stuff in the first verse. Let's have a look-see. Sound warning.
You are reckless, sentimental at best. That's not a teaching of mine. You've grown soft, your dead friends can attest.
Hey!
Put your emotions aside. You're a warrior, meant to lead the rest. I don't know where I went wrong, but I warned ya, and you failed the test. So now I'm gone. This way, you'll know what your place is. This way, you can't cross the line. This way, when all is over, you'll keep yours and I'll keep mine. This way, you won't disappoint me. This way, you won't waste my time. This way, I'll close the door. Consider this as my goodbye.
That's just a lie.
And that's it. That's everything we've got so far. So we've obviously finished the woman's verse. Now we're moving on to the final verse, which is Ford's response, essentially. I've started the background. I did kind of cheat and copy half of it from the other background that I had. I've just added in the other half, and we're going to add in the other half, or the other bits of the background, because I've kind of done like a pulled out shot, so it's kind of more is visible, essentially. So let's pop some lo-fi on, and let's get going with this. As I said before, make sure you say hi in the chat, and let's go. Turn this down. No, I want to turn it down, dang it. Don't want the music to be like super, super loud. Alright, let's get going with this. So I'm going to be doing the background first before I move on to adding in Ford and Bill. I think it's probably... Will Bill be in this shot? Bill would probably be in this shot, but let's do the background first. So I'm going to move on. I've done the fireplace, like added in the other half of that. I need to add in like the grandfather clock next, so let's do that. Alright, so how is everybody? I hope people are doing well, having a good time zone. Are you all ready and excited for Christmas? I'm not. Just because it's so, like, busy and horrible. Sorry, water. Water is needed. So, the grandfather clock, the middle part of it is actually slightly lower than that bit. Alright, so we'll make that our starting point. And let's get going with this. More background! Let's make this background even more intricate than it was. Because we like to torture ourselves. So that one kind of starts on par with these bits. Yeah. Alright, whoops, that's a completely different picture. Let's pull that up. There we go. Grandfather clock time. So I move it over ever so slightly, then we can do it there. This is on the wrong layer. This is where I want to be. Okie dokie. I also have to apologize. Like, if I sound like a little bit breathless or out of breath, then I do apologize. It's because of this stupid cold. It just won't frickin' leave me alone. It won't go. It won't disappear. And it's really starting to freaking annoy me. Alright, that seems like a decent size. Helps, of course, if it's actually attached to the thing it's supposed to be attached to. Okay. Okay. Make it. Did it go that way? Yar, it does. It do. Okay, so we've got like another bit underneath there, but it's like dark. So we'll do that in like a shade of grey. Or this shade of grey, but we'd like fully shade it in. Boop, boop. And then underneath the hole comes in a little bit. And then does... Whee! Don't know how far down to go with this. Probably, well, the base of it, the rectangle base is kind of just above like the podium there. So if we put it about there, that makes sense. And then I can do this bit. And it's needs to be a little bit. If I pop that there for now, or leave it there for now, not popping it anywhere. Hello, if you're just hopping into the stream, welcome. Good to have you here. What I might do is do a line from there to there for a moment, even though it's not actually like that. Then I can get rid of that and do that. Although it doesn't really seem to have that. It just kind of goes... Mind you, that's actually a bit smaller. So if I... Yay! Backgrounds! The most exciting thing! Also, there's kind of like... I guess it would be more there? No. Alright, anyway, let's... I take that back a bit. Then that can go up to there, that can do that. Although I might actually make that a thinner line. Maybe not quite as thin as that. There we go, I don't think it goes all the way across there. Then we can take that down. Ooh, that's too thick. Was I doing that on a 4? I think it was a 4. Yes. Okay, and then it's got that. Oh no, it goes to there and then it goes back. About there. Okay, and then that back bit comes down onto there. Nope, 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 nope. Backgrounds, I hate them. Need to hire a background artist. Although, to be fair, the fact that I've got to do it myself is fine. Yeah, and that goes back to that, so that's fine. Learning stuff and all that. Learning how to do backgrounds. Yay. Thanks, I hate it. Okay. While we're down here, let's do the base of it. So again, it's got like a... It's kind of an in-between. Like those two parts. Oh, and then it does actually go back, so... Oops, that's all. Slanted line. Then it goes back here. But again, it's filled in, so... Yeah, no! Oh, I see, that's got a slight gap in it. We don't want slight gaps. No slight gaps here! Alright. And I think the front of it actually comes a little bit further out than the fireplace podium. So, ooh, I may actually have to use just a normal pencil for this, because it's a curvy line. Oh my god, not a curvy line! I think I actually drew that one a bit big, but that's fine. And then straight line from there to there. That eraser, why does the eraser always start at bloody 30 points? It's huge. And that actually comes in about there. Alrighty. I am not good at drawing shapes. And then again, it's quite... Is it weird that I have the urge to play like the original Five Nights at Freddy's game? I was saying to my partner earlier, I've been watching Map Pack quite a lot, so now I've got the urge to play Five Nights at Freddy's. Alright, and then it's got like 4 feet. It has feet! And yeah, it's come out further than that, so that's good. I think that one actually comes out a little bit further than the podium base, so it goes up that way. What is this sorcery? Hello, if you're just hopping into the chat, welcome. Good to have you here. Actually, I might make that a bit wider. If you're new, and even if you're not new actually, I don't know why I always say that, but make sure you say hello in the chat. I always like to meet new people and have a jaw. Have a chatto. Yeah, we got the one behind. Okay, so I think that's all the way down to the base of it. Now we need to do the top half of it. Also, I think I took that out a little bit too far, so let's change that to about there. That's better. It's, mind you, even that's sticking out a bit too far. Parts of my clock are sticking out too far. Mind you, it is Bill's clock, so it would make sense if the proportions of the clock were all weird and nonsensical. Alright. I do apologise as well, because it is going to be like a drawing heavy stream as opposed to kind of animation-y stream. But you're still welcome to hop in and chat. Okay, right. So I need to add in this bit on the other side. Let's fill in the details of the middle of the clock. So we need a rectangle. This is a shape. Yeah, I was gonna say this can make shapes. Haha. Alright. Truth. It's certainly a design choice. Oh, I may have done that a bit weirdly shaped. Let's add in the other teeth first. Two ones at the bottom. Alright, and the pendulum slash tongue kind of comes. About there. Might fill in the back of it actually. Providing there's no gaps that I have to go back and close. Boop, boop. Cool. There were not. Amazing, that makes a change. Alright, let's move up to the clock part. I did want to animate the hands going round constantly, but I feel like that would kind of... A, it would take away from the scene a little bit, and B, it would be really like heavy when it comes to the animation stuff. It already didn't like the paper that I animated. It's like, ugh, what are you doing? What do you think I am, an animation program? How dare you animate something actually moving? Okay, how big is this as opposed to the fireplace? So this basically continues. I mean, considering, yeah, that would make sense. So I can get the clock in there, and then the horns would kind of go out of the top. Yeah. I don't know what that means. Alright, so we start that one about there. So we're there. Oh wait, no, I've done that wrong. That's at the top of it. We need to do the curve up first. Shut up! Okay. Why? What did I do? What did I do wrong? Also, hello. Nin. Ninha Clara, welcome to the stream, my friend. Okay, so they go in. That's where I was getting confused. Actually, I might make that a little bit thinner. Like, move those in. Mind you. Okay, I'm gonna try and match that on one side so they are equal, first off. Flip. Okay. This is fine, and then it arches up. So we've got the curve round, and yeah, it's gonna go out of screen here. Whee! Oh god, that was a really horrible line. Wow! That was shit! Drawing lines, Icon does it. Actually you can't see that on that side, so that's fine. I will do my best here. So, that's the inside of the clock there. I've got to do the inside bit. Which, actually there's like a line. Guess it starts about there. Whee! Alright. And then it has, so that goes up a little bit higher, which is the clock face. The clock face. Hey Tia, welcome to the stream. Thank you. Let me zoom out so you can see what I'm actually working on. So this is the current background that I'm working on. I will show you the animation as it currently is. Just a bit of a sound warning. For some reason, Toon Boom won't let me actually turn the sound down. I don't know why. But this is the first half of the song so far. Enjoy. Let me just pause the lo-fi. Here we go.
You are reckless, sentimental at best. That's not a teaching of mine. You've grown soft, your dead friends can attest. Hey! Put your emotions aside. You're a warrior, meant to lead the rest. I don't know where I went wrong, but I warned ya, and you failed the test. So now I'm gone. This way, you'll know what your place is. This way, you can't cross the line. This way, when all is over, you'll keep yours and I'll keep mine. This way, you won't disappoint me. This way, you won't waste my time. This way, I'll close the door. Consider this as my goodbye.
That's it so far. I've just started moving on to the next verse with the guy singing, hence why I'm drawing the background. Bear with me 2 seconds. I am just going to go and put my dog back in his bedroom. I will be right back. think, is my speaker. Yes, it is. Okay. Sorry about that. And thank you. I'm glad you like it. Let's put the music back on. Yep, we're nearly there. I've already animated the second half of it. I'm just working on this half now. Sorry, I think I've got a chest infection or something, so like just very short movement gets me out of breath. It's really annoying. But anyway, yep, I'm gonna get back on this. We're gonna carry. It's probably gonna be like a background heavy stream, but that's okay. I think I might repaint that bit to black though. So how are you today, Tia? And Ninha Clara, if you're still here, I hope you're both doing well. Having a wonderful day, evening, morning, time zone, whatever it may be. Now I think I'm gonna repaint or redo those bits black. I think it would look better and kind of fit in with the overall vibe that I was going for. Yeah, that looks better. Yeah, actually that works a whole lot better. Water is needed. So right now I'm just kind of filling out the background for the next part of the animation. Didn't I get rid of that? Be gone! Anyway, let's carry on with the clock. Oh, it's night there for you. Okay. Fair enough. Well, I hope you're having a good evening then. Okay, also, I think I need to move that back slightly. I don't think I went far enough across. But yeah, I'm hoping to finish it before the... Oh, that's black. Hoping to finish it before the end of the year, but I'm not 100% sure that it will be. But we shall see. Time will tell. Ugh, I'm really bad at curves. Yep. So I take it you are a Gravity Falls fan, otherwise, why would you be here? I mean, I guess you could be here without being a Gravity Falls fan. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, now I'm actually going to use a eclipse tool. Do the clock face. He loved Gravity Falls. Awesome. It's such a good show. Like, it was so... Or such a shame that, like, there's been no new animated stuff. Obviously, I know we've had, like, the Book of Bill and things like that. You know what would make more sense? In doing that curve, if I do that... And then do this. Get rid of that. And probably that as well. Whoa! Not that bit! Go back! Thank you. That can go up into that. That can go up into that. Whoa! Gigantic eraser! That's not what we want. Do you have a favorite character? Rid of that. I'm a genius! Why didn't I think of that when I did it originally? That looks so much better. And I'll do the same for the top of it as well, even though it's kind of going out of frame. But it makes more sense. So, if we do... It's kind of the same size as it? Probably Stan. That's fair. Stanford or Stan Lee? There are two Stans. But mine... Whoops. Mine would be Stanford. Yeah! That tool, thank you, is the one that I wanted. And then what we'll do is... There it is, we need that. That goes up to there. That goes... might take it in a little bit. There we go, that goes up to there. rid of the middle bit. Stanley. Fair enough. I mean, Stanley's a good character too. I mean, they were all good characters. I was going to say, I don't think there's a character that I particularly dislike. I'm not overly fond of Pacifica. But other than that, yeah. What I might do... Okay, if I put that there, and then do up like that. Yeah, that works. And then we can do the black bits at the top. Yeah, I'm not a fan of her. I know she's got like she has bits that make her a little bit more sympathetic as a character, but I just really don't like her very much. But that's just me. Alright, let's do... I'm not going to add... I'll do those bits behind it, but I guess the horns would be out of frame. So... let's save that. And then just above... Oh, it's kind of like... I think it's where it's going back, but if we do... so we do like a line above there and fill it with black. Oh, that one you can actually see go back. So if we do that and then take that back. Then we can fill that black. Get rid of that. Would be nice to see some more animated stuff. I mean, from the original creator, Alex Hirsch, not from like fan creators like me. Then above that. No, I don't want to edit it. Go away. I just wanted to zoom in on the picture. I didn't want to edit anything. Stop it. There we go. So if we do that and that, then it has like another bit that comes out just above. So if we do one, that's black. Oh no, it's not supposed to be black. So that bit actually comes out a bit more slightly above. That's crooked. It's a crooked line, as is that. Draw a straight line, Taz. Oh, might get a bit of the horns in. But then I think there's actually, like, below this it's black. I think I'm going to leave. No worries. Hopefully we'll see you again, Tia. Take care. Thank you for hopping in and hanging out for a little bit. Ew. Okay, this is weird. I don't think it's actually supposed to be that much higher above it. I might make these slightly bigger. Okay, these ones are actually... If I make them taller, but they don't... They go fine with that. To about the... And then that one down to there. Then there's one above it, but the underneath is black. And it comes out slightly further. we do those bits. No, but then okay, there's not those bits. The bits underneath there are black. No, it looks weird. And it's got like dark underneath here too. Okay, the top of the clock looks really odd. But it is just background. I'm not going to quibble too much over it. 'Tis not the focus of the scene. And then really that would be there, theoretically, so it might come down into the scene a little bit. Yeah. Hey, it's going okay. I just really wish this throat thing would go away, because now I'm getting dry mouth, which is horrible. But yeah, it's okay. I'm okay, I should say. Yeah, if I did that there and that there, would it really? No, I don't think it would actually, so we might just leave those out. I'm drawing a clock! That's that. I think there's like a black underneath it. How are you? Alright? I take it you got home okay? Ugh. Sorry. Have I gotten to the hands of the clock? No. And hands of a clock are easier than the hands of a person. So that's no issue. I can do that. That's all good. Oh, they let you on the bus for free. Okay, that's good. Or they were. Oh, the bus was late. Gotcha. I mean, no surprise there, right? Yeah, bloody hands. It is kind of funny though. You come on and technically I'm drawing hands. Technically? Kind of want to do a clode? What's a clode? A code in the clock face. I don't know if I should though. And also I don't know if I should have the edge of the piano coming in there. Probably. Maybe just here. Just so you can see the very edge of it. Considering the layout of this scene. It's about in the middle of that. Helps if the lines are connected. That's all you can see really. I might do the leg. Need to see where the floor is first though, so it's like... That's the back wall, I do believe. And then it's got a line that comes basically... I need to take those back a little bit. And it's got one that comes kind of like that to the edge. That would make sense. Then those extend to there. We'll do a line. That's grey, we need white. Okay. And I mean, I guess you would see... Oh, that's a black line, that's meant to be grey. Oh no, no, I did do it black because it's the back wall. Should I put a code in the clock face? What do you reckon? Would that be fun? Whoops, no, that's light grey. We want white. So there's Alright, and then above it we've got this one. And then black. A white line. I mean, it kind of does come in there, so why not? Any excuse for codes. True, true. Well, what code should I put in there? What should we have it say? There, that needs a white line on it. Whoops. I was thinking a code instead of like numbers. Not that there's numbers in it, but... Helps if you draw a straight line, Taz. Okay, there's nothing above it, but there is one below it. I think I've got white, so I'm gonna do that there. What code should we use? And what should the code be? What should it say? Alright, so that is the edge of the piano, not that you can really bloody see it, but or say. And then we'll do the legs. Zoom in on that. Should we do the back one first? But just the front edge. Although, to be fair, from where it is, you would really only see the front one, so... This is the wrong color grey. It's this one. Maybe ferroprism, since we are in the pyramid after all. That doesn't make sense for it to be like that, does it? it's got its wheels at the front. Piano! Whose idea was this? Also, that needs to be in... We'll do it like a dark grey, I think. Yeah. Nope, not the line. That bit. Thank you! I'm gonna have to zip back right back to when Bill was actually playing the piano so I can see what colour I did the lines on it. I think I did them white. Yeah, I did. Eee. Oh my god, there's so much background. Why did I do this? Although I'm not extending the background all the way to the end of the particular shot this time around. I'm gonna do it as it comes. Piano! Okay, that's the piano. So that's the clock on the piano on that side. This is fine. I don't want to do the rug. There's so much detail in the rug. Also there's another bit of flooring. So we do that first. Oh boy, okay, I need to find... Actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave the rug. I'm gonna leave the rug till last. Fuck you, rug, and everything you stand for. I am gonna do the clock face. Black there. Nope, there's a gap somewhere. It's like, no! No, you cannot colour me. No! The bucket will not work. It's gotta be on those bits, right? I'm a genius! Alright, we'll go with that. Okay, next up. Also, there is a shadow underneath where the clock is. And over there. So we do like back line there. And there. Oops. And then to there. This probably isn't going to work. Oh, it did! Go figure. The bucket toy is very finicky when it wants to be. Okay, we're just gonna have to live with that. That's fine. But yeah, so we've got shadow underneath there. I think there's also a slight shadow behind the clock. Not the clock, the mantelpiece. Oh my god, we're adding shadows now. What is this? Alright, no, no! Go back. I need to draw an armchair. Okay, let's do the other side of the room then. So... Hello, if you're just hopping in, welcome to the stream where I'm freaking out about drawing furniture. So there's a line that comes to there. Yep. Wait is that on a 4? Should I make that... we'll do that on 5, actually. That's better. That's better. I think I just scared some people off when I was yelling about furniture. They're like, nope, I'm out. Furniture? We don't deal with furniture. We'll leave that one as is. Now I've got to draw a bloody chair. Ah! Furniture! Kill it! Kill it with fire! Sharp objects. Okay. Drawing chair! Fun. Alright. And then the rug. Oh god, the rug. So this is basically a stream of me drawing background. Yeah! Amazingly interesting. Whoop whoop. Alright. But it has to be done. So, we're going to start with a little circle there. Boom. Chair. So we're going to do another circle around that, but make it smaller. Make it smaller. Not rotate it, make it smaller. Yeah, that comes down to about there. Yes. We've got that one that comes, yeah, to about the same, and then it's got like a curved underneath. I have drawn a chair. My job here is done. Might have to go back with that one, but might have to make the arm smaller, so that actually ends slightly before that. Wait, where? That disappears into there. Sure. Oh, though I did that bit wrong. That curves in. I might just draw the chair and then shrink it as needed. I've done that before with Ford. So put the arm of it there. Wait, that curves up. we do it, it's kind of curved actually. So if we do nopes, give me a circle. Actually, if we duplicate this circle, and we got the same size circle. Over here. And then the slightly larger one. Okay. So if we erase this bit to about there. That comes down to about there. That curves in. Oh, what fun it is to draw furniture. Alright, so this has got like an edge. Then that is kind of there. Oh, that's got like a little bit that curves around there. And the back is kind of there. It looks weird. But then I guess you're not really looking at the background, right? You're focusing on what's going on in front of you, which would be Ford and Bill. I mean, as chairs go, it's a passable one. You can tell it's a chair. That's something. We take small mercies. Actually, I think that's slightly lower. Alright, this the other one's. Oh no! Sorry. It's got like stitching lower down. And then we've got like these little bits. If I didn't know it was made out of living human skin, I would almost say it looks comfortable. Chair! Actually, size-wise, I'd say that's pretty decent. Yup. Actually, I feel like it might need to be ever so slightly larger. Not that. Let's say it's about there. Won't need to draw in the table lamp because it's it would be out of frame like the piano. And it's actually slightly behind where the chair is, so if we just leave the chair, I'm not going to do that. What I will do is add in like a darker grey for the seat and these bits. Maybe the legs. Oh, that one's got a gap.
Where have you got a gap? Where is it? Where is the gap?
Okay, well the gap has now been filled. Okay. We have chair. Actually, yeah, I'm going to fill the rest of it grey, just so it doesn't look so out of place. There we go. We have a chair. Now let's finish the shadow and the background of stuff. And then the carpet. The bloody, bloody carpet. Not looking forward to that. So it's like a line there. Yeah. I've got the background back there. I'm actually, like, really pleased with this background, though. It's, like, really... It's a lot, but I'm happy with it. Like, it's not perfect, but it doesn't need to be. I am happy with it, and that's all that matters, right? Okay, so... the other lines would correspond with the lines on the other side, right? So there'd be one there. We've got the pyramid edge, which I think I did black. Whoops, no. Yes, I did. Like, considering I've never really done backgrounds before... Like I said, it's not perfect, but it doesn't need to be. As long as I'm happy with it, and I am, that is all that matters. Till we do the carpet.
Fucking carpet!
I don't want to do the carpet. It has more detail than the room combined, I think. Did I do white on the edge of it on the other side? I did. Okay. Not like that, though. There we go. Wait, wasn't I doing it below them before? Oh, no, I did do it above. Okay. That's not gonna have one. So I do believe the mantelpiece on the other side has a shadow, and also the chair has a shadow underneath it. So I'm gonna do that. So the mantelpiece kind of goes all the way up to the columns. So if we just do like bare minimum. Ooh, not like that though. Actually, the shadow is different there. It's almost curved. Alright. That makes sense, I guess. Oh, actually, no, it doesn't do that. Well, it does curve, but it's not... That bit kind of ends there, and then it drops below it. Oh, you're gonna be like that, are you? Alright. Fine, see if I care. And then it's got below it too. So for that, it kind of just comes about there. And then goes back. Boop, boop, boop. No, you're going to be funny on that one. Actually, I don't think it's quite touching. Boop. Still no? Let's get rid of that. Well, I'm not filling that in. Oh, seriously, you're going to be like that? You're going to do me like that. Alright, fine. Actually, I probably shouldn't have. Because it would probably be in front of that. There. Apparently we're colouring all of this bit. Don't know where the frickin' break is, but alright. There you go. Thank you. Alright, so that's that. And then it's got like just a little shadow underneath where the chair is. Or the chair's legs, I should say. So if we do... Nope. That bit actually comes from the back foot, so about there. Oops. I was going to say that's not going to bucket, is it? Nope, of course it's not. You can join that outside the lines because no one's going to see that bit. Alrighty. Bucket, can you work? Yay! Alright, chair shadow. We have a chair shadow. It's like the chair's got nips. It's got 4 nips! Alright, that's enough of that. Stop playing with the chair nips. Lol. Okay. So that's all I'm doing for that. Might add some scratchy bits in the background. And then we got to do the rug. Bet you never thought you'd hear that, would you? Chair nips. Okay, right. Rug. Is there a better shot of the rug that I can use? Oops, sorry, just smacked the mic. Do I have better picture of rug? Is the question. The answer is yes, I do. Interesting. Okay. Let's not kill my phone. Okay. This is gonna suck, but I will do my best. We get rid of that. Save that. Well, there you go. Surprises do happen. Okay, so we've got that bit. So I need to do... So that connects to that. No, I'm gonna have to... Maybe not, if I can do that. It goes up to the middle. Yeah, that's good. Sorry, I know it must be boring to, like, literally just watch me drawing background here, but... I do need to do it. I mean, I don't need to do it. I could just do it on a blank background, but that would be boring. Well, that just looks terrible. Right, I think the best way to do this is gonna be to do straight lines all across. Yeah, but I guess it's still kind of boring for anyone, like, just watching. That's somewhat better. I mean, I've got to have a background to work with so I can do... Well, actually, like I said, I don't need a background, but it's nicer to have one so it looks better. Okay, now I'm going to cheat. Redrawing that, we're going to do this. Whoop. Totally not cheating! And it's got like little triangles. Le gasp! Cheating! Yes. But no, not really. I don't cheat. Who would cheat? Who would do something like that? Certainly not me. I don't do that. Maybe not that thick. Or maybe not that thick either. That's very thick. Who would even consider doing something like that? Definitely not me. Whoops, no, no. Reusing assets that I've already drawn? It's not cheat. Yeah, that's exactly it. It's creative shortcuts. I am using creative shortcutting. Okay, I think that is actually slightly more squished. Yeah. Okay, and then it's got like weird chevron things in the corners, like fans. So if I draw that one, then I can. Yeah, it would be able to see the bottom line of that because it's connected to there, but that's all you would see. Hmm. So if I draw it in that corner, then I can rotate it and do what I need to do for the other corners. Alrighty, so it's kind of like a fan shape. I mean, it won't be exactly like it is in the image that I'm using. A, because I don't want it to be exactly like in the image I'm using. But also, I cannot see all of the image that I'm using, so yeah! It's close enough! Right now, if that would move out the way. Cute. We can rotate it to be in the other corners. Although it helps if you actually copy the entire thing that you're supposed to be copying, Taz. I really do wish this cold would go away now, though. I'm tired of having this throat thing, and dry mouth is awful. I think dry mouth is one of the worst things ever. Could try and distort it so it fits. Skew it, as it were. And I can still hear the dog barking. I'm getting so fed up with it. Wait, hold up. You're supposed to... Oh, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. Alright, I'll go there. Nearly there, and we might actually be able to... Oh, I hate it. Unfortunately, you've got to write this one out. Yeah, it really does suck, though. Although the cough doesn't seem to have been as bad today. So that's something, I suppose. Alright, so we got those. Then it's just the triangle bits down the bottom and some white detailing. Awesome. Well, I think the triangles are actually in white, so I might redo those ones along the top. Okay. So why did those come back? I thought I deleted those. Big on! Okay, and the bottom ones. And then just some white detailing on the carpet, and I can start planning out where Ford and Bill are going to be. I'm wondering if I should have them like switched around for this one, so Bill's on the right, Ford's on the left. Because Bill does actually switch things around. But I can't remember if the... Oh yeah, the chair does start on the left, but then I drew it on the right to be... Maybe I'll just have them where they were. I don't want to get too technical with things. Right, let's do some white line detail. You might do it slightly smaller. It's basically around everything in the rug. Ah! Oh, and I need to do the line going down that side too. I don't want it to be a stubborn bugger, I just want it to fuck off. It needs to do one and go and plague somebody else. I'm gonna have to use the pen for this. Even around the eye? No. I'm gonna leave the eye as it is. What I will do though is move that to slightly more centered. Alright. Should I do those? I think the white inside of them is enough. Okay. I think I'm happy with that. Yeah. Well, that is our background done. Oh my god, that was painful. So, the first line is, that's just like you, why should I be surprised? I think I was going to have Ford basically standing just in front of the chair here. Bill on the other side, but Ford almost in like a three-quarter view with his arms crossed, I think, is probably going to be a good shot to start with. Because then he can kind of like have his arm crossed and like raise one hand in like self... Why should I be surprised? That's just like you. Why should I be surprised? And then when it says selfish and prideful and vain, it's going to switch to like just a shot of Bill looking smug. So that's that. So we need this background will extend to the end of Why Should I Be Surprised. So sorry, I've got to scrub it. Oh, hang on, didn't I do that?
Like you, why should
Yeah, I think I did. So that should be 1510. No, because I'm going to have Ford move a little bit so his hand will go in front of something. So after, so this one will go to That's Just Like You. So if I do Ford with his arms crossed up until That's Just Like You, and then he can raise a hand when he says, Why should I be surprised? So
just like you?
so about 1450. Okay.
That's just like you. Why
Yep, that's perfect. Okay, return scrubbing off. So that's just like you. So we've got the background. Alright, so our next job is to draw in Fordsy with his arms crossed. Okay. So go up onto Ford's layer. And it starts here. So if I go, I need to make a rough. I was going to add a code to the clock, wasn't I? Let's do that first. What sort of code should we do here? What should I have it say? What should the code be? I think I was going to use ferroprism. Ooh, I think I've got one. So you take a picture of ferroprism so I don't have to keep looking online. But it's gonna be up here. Let's bring that up. Dip, 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 dip. I think I might have to up the opacity of these. See what that looks like the next time I render it. Might be too bright. This is awkward. Unless I just do it, I might do it like that actually, rather than doing it sideways. You go back on there. You go bye-bye. Then we'll do it like this. Time. Here we go. Hello, if you're just hopping in. I wasn't doing anything suspicious. Hope you're having an amazing day. Alright, so I think that's it for the background. I'll have to render it, see how visible that is. We'll see. Right, Fordsy then. So if I add a new drawing, this is going to be rough. Where did it add it? Up there. Okay, so if I move that down to just above Ford. There we go. So, we want him standing with his armsies crossed. Now, do I have a reference for this? Probably not there. Okay. Oof. Get rid of that. Alrighty. This will be interesting. Right, so if I use white. Also, I don't know how big Ford is in comparison to the pyramid stuff. So the fireplace is actually above his head, so it's comparatively larger than he is. That's interesting. Interesting to note. Okay. Okay. So I kind of want to do this sort of view. No, this sort of view. Yeah. Okay, that was weird. Why'd you do that? Let me save this. His head would be about here. I don't know whether to make it like a 3/4 view or... I don't know. Although I guess it makes more sense to him to be facing forward. His waist would be about there. So he'd be standing... But his arms are going to be crossed. So if he's facing like fully sideways... Because then the next shot I can have him like have a hand here. Might take a... Hello if you're just hopping in. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Might take a reference photo of myself, like with arms crossed sideways, just so I can get a feel of it. But I feel like it would be kind of like this, with the other arm coming in over the top. Let's grab a reference of me standing sideways. Let's go Google. References aren't cheating. References are allowed. Keep smacking the mic, sorry. Take that, Mike Schmidt. The microphone probably deserves it. Let's get a shot of this. But 2 seconds, I've just got to take my headset off because I need to take my snooty off for a better pose. Or a better reference would probably be what I meant. Bear with me 2 seconds. Okay, cool. Snooty and going back on. Warm. Okay, cool. So you can't really see the other hand too much. Alrighty. Let me grab a picture of that. So that's that. So, in this sort of pose, his arm would actually be forward and you can actually see his back, if that's how he's standing. It'd be easier just to go blap. Get rid of that. So that would be his chest. So his arm is actually kind of, it would be there. Elbows there. And you'd be able to see his back. Part of his hand would be there, but you can't really see the other part of his arm, or his other arm, I should say. If he's facing that way, his nose would be there. Okay. And again, like I said, this hand in the next pose will, like, out here. So it could kind of be... so that's forward starting position for this one. Might actually bring that down a little bit. Yay, references! I thought I deleted that. Okay, anyway. So we would have jacket kind of there, around the back. Then it would come down in front to about... Alright, that'll do for now on Ford, and we'll have Bill. Actually, I might have him looking up. So Ford's gaze is going that way. Maybe not quite as... maybe to about there. And then we can have Bill about here. It's a Bill Cipher. This is where Bill is gonna be. I'm just planning my scene, okay? Actually, it might be fun to have Bill sitting in the air with his legs crossed. Just being the condescending dick that he is. Although I did do this shot in the first one. So I don't know, maybe not. Maybe just when Ford's speaking, maybe he's just staring at him. So that scene extends to... where's the background here? That needs to go to 1450. For the rough... no, actually the rough doesn't need to go to 14... mind you, while I'm planning it out. Also, hi, if you're just hopping in. Welcome to the stream. So that's... let's see. That's just like you. Just like you. Yep. And then it'll change because Ford's going to move his arm. Excuse me. Oof, so much background. I need to make sure that I get all of it. Just like you, why should I be surprised? So that will go to the next part is why should I be surprised, and then the shot's gonna switch to a view of Bill just looking smug. So 1490 for this one. 1490. Sorry for the audio scrubbing there. So on the rough, we want these to See if I can get a reference for what I want to do next. It's all about the references, people. It's all about the references. No, I don't want images. I want webcam photo. Because I don't know if you'd actually, in the pose that he's in and what I want to do, I don't know if you'd see his opposite hand. So I'm just going to test that. Although it would be this hand since it reverses. So if he's got his arms crossed. I mean, you do kind of see it, so we'll do that. Alrighty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's grab that. That's going to be a pose and a half to draw. Frickin' hands. Frickin' hands. You get your wish, Andy. Drawing hands, alright? Or a hand, I should say. So here, that arm's not moving really. It's just... No, so... It's this arm that's moving. And hands. Why did it have to be hands? Took long enough. Fuck you. Hmm. Oh, that is awkward as all fuck. No, I don't want to adjust it. I want to zoom in. Also, it would be smaller than that because it's... We do that there. Okay, so this one's kind of leaning more to where the little finger is. Yeah, you can give me an angel face all you like. It's not going to change anything. Yeah. Might have to draw the fingers slightly smaller because it's going back. Hey there, Artsy. You ever? It's okay. No worries. Thank you for hopping in. It's nice to see you. Oof. So he's there. He lifts his hand up. Might actually have him get like a little bit angrier here as well when I actually do the expression. Good luck in your exam, though. Jacket would be the beep boop. Okay. We'll leave Bill as he is for now. It's okay. No need to apologize. Not a problem. I get it. Life and stuff. And school's more important than watching me do art.
Why should I be surprised? Why?
So I'd say about 1490 for that. Okay.
That's just like you. Why should I be surprised?
Yep. Alright. Happy with that.
Surprised.
Actually, that goes to about 1500, the surprised, and then it changes to selfish and prideful and vain, which is going to be the shot of Bill. Being all smug.
Wise.
Okay, so if we change that after that, because then it'll change to Bill. So on the rough, I can delete. Actually, I won't delete that because I'm going to need that reference again. So it'll change to Bill, and I guess behind him will be like the grandfather clock and the piano. Or maybe just do the piano behind him. So, whoops. I mean, yeah, I guess white works. So Bill is the focus. Let's have him start off with like just his normal like expression, essentially. Oh my god, it's Bill. This is totally Bill.
Selfish.
So I'll let that go up to selfish, and then when it switches like selfish, prideful, and vain is when he'll like look smug. So 1520. So got that.
Selfish.
Oh, hold up.
Surprised. Selfish.
Where does the selfish actually start?
Wise.
So that actually starts there. So if we move that to there, delete that, extend this shot to 1509. 1509. Extend the background. 1509.
Selfish and
That's better. So, and then once it goes to the prideful and vain, let's have him look all smug. Smug Bill. Now, oops. Should we do like? Or something. We get rid of that and have it go. Because he looks kind of annoyed. Stop telling me things, iPhone. I don't care. I'm trying to find my reference photos. Stop it. Yeah, I think like the under bit would work better. So, like widening his eye. I assume Bill would find it funny that he's being called that. Because he is all of those things. Not necessarily vain, but... Well, would that work? Should I do a different one? Different... Maybe curve his eye up? Although actually I think that kind of works pretty well.
Prideful and vain.
So 1550?
My surprised, selfish and prideful and vain. On
Bill is such a dick! That actually works really well. Let's turn scrubbing off. Yes, I am these things. And then it switches back to Ford. Who drops his arms to his sides in this? Well, that's what I've written. Like he drops his arms to his sides. I'm not going to copy the background just yet, just the roughs. Goes in there. So I'm going to have him drop his arms and kind of look down. Because the next shot is going to be of him and McGucket testing stuff when things went wrong. Although maybe I'll change it, have him... Huh. Okay, so just on the unlike you is when he drops his arms. So, where's the scrub in here? Okay, so I've actually got, so if I have him... Oops, redo that. So I might have that shot again. So I might get rid of the hand for this shot. We'll leave it there. No, I'll leave it there because technically he's still talking. So we'll extend that to 1560. And then in the next shot is when he looks down and drops his arms dejectedly. And I need Bill as well. Whoop. So then he'll look down. And drop his arms. Maybe not that far back. Maybe with clenched fist there. And you wouldn't really see the other arm because it's on the other side. Yeah. Alright, no worries. I'm thinking of finishing up soon anyway, since we started streaming like 2 hours ago. 15 to 70. I just want to finish plotting out these shots until it switches to every time someone dies, which is the next like radical scene shift to Ford and Bill testing the Ford and McGucket testing the portal.
Unlike, I'm not here, rich and prideful in vain. Unlike you.
Okay, so if we move that one to there, this one can extend to 1569. 1569.
Unlike you.
Then that will go to 580. Or 1580 rather.
Like you.
To there?
Every time.
So 1590 for that one?
I'm not prized, selfish and prideful in vain. Unlike you, every time someone.
Turn off scrubbing for a secure. Although I can't really.
Prideful in vain. Prideful. Selfish and prideful in vain. Prideful in vain.
Okay, so Bill's one kind of needs to extend to about there. So if I delete that, then that can extend to 1554. Yay, plotting out timing.
Rich and prideful in vain. Prideful in vain. Unlike you, every. In vain, unlike like you.
Okay, so I think that's where it switches. So if I extend that for one more.
Like you. Prideful in vain, unlike you. Every.
Okay, so it's kind of there. So if we move that to there, so it should be 1600 that it changes on.
I'm not prideful in vain, unlike you. Every time. Like you. Every.
So it's about there. Delete that. Then it should. Let's just put new scene right here.
Selfish and prideful in vain, unlike you. Every time someone dies. Prideful in vain. Prideful in vain.
Okay. Whoops, no. Get rid of those. Move that to there. Extend that by one. And just extend that a couple. I don't know, maybe 10. 15, 70. There we go. Nope. Where is it at? We'll do to 1610 then. Extend exposure. Oops. 1610. Welcome back.
Surprised, selfish and prideful in vain, unlike you.
No, That's a bit too soon.
Prideful and vain.
Trying to get the timing right for this.
Raised, selfish and prideful and vain. Unlike you,
Where does the vein end?
selfish and prideful and vain. Prideful and vain.
About here. Okay. Delete and delete. Then we'll extend bill to 1553.
Surprised, selfish and prideful and vain. Unlike you, every time someone was not erased. Selfish and prideful and vain.
Yeah, I think that's kind of right, and then it switches. Unlike you.
Unlike you,
Maybe one more. By one.
why should I be surprised? Selfish and prideful and vain. Unlike you.
Nope, still not right. We'll do it this way, just extend it by one each time until it hits the right beat.
Selfish and prideful and vain. Unlike
And now it's
and prideful and vain. You, why should I be surprised? Selfish and prideful and vain. Unlike you.
I think that's alright.
Every time someone dies.
Because then it switches to... So this will be Ford and McGucket here.
Unlike you, every time someone dies.
Well, it needs to be sooner than that, because it's after the unlike you.
Vain, unlike you.
Yeah, so that's right. Alright, so I think that's enough planning. Let's have a look and see how things are looking. Where should we go from? I'm not going to play like right from the beginning. That'll do. Pause the lo-fi. Alright.
My time this way. I'll close the door. Consider this as my goodbye.
That's just like you. Why should I be?
Yep, and already I could like Toon Boom's just like, yeah, background, fuck that.
That's just like you. Why should
Although, did I do it?
why? That's just why?
Oh yeah, I think I need to extend that a bit to there.
Consider this as my goodbye.
That's just like you. Why should I be surprised? Selfish and prideful and vain. Unlike you, every time someone dies.
Okay. So that's the background and planning for the next couple. Whoop, turn that off. Next couple of scenes. Still not 100% happy with the prideful and vain bit though.
Prideful and vain. And vain. Selfish and prideful and vain.
Okay, what happens if I get... Whoops, not those. Those three. Extend that to 1558. I am going to be finishing up the stream soon. Just want to try and get...
Selfish and prideful and vain. Unlike
There we go, got it.
This is my goodbye.
that's just like you. Why should I be surprised? Selfish and prideful and vain. Unlike you, every time someone dies.
Okay, cool. What do you reckon? I think it's looking... Oops, turn this grabbing off. The new stuff is... Or the new scenes starting to look pretty good. I need to add in a background for Builder, so he's basically going to have the piano behind him, essentially, since he's floating in the air, and I don't want to do, like, too much and freak out Toon Boom. So yeah, we'll have the piano behind him there, back to Ford, and then this next scene will change to McGucket and Ford, like, testing the portal, and that's not the portal shape. McGucket basically being traumatized and walking away from Ford. Alright, so I am going to end up the stream there. It was a pleasure streaming. Next one, I don't know if I'll do one. I mean, I will do one Friday, but there might be one during the week as well. It will just depend on time and how tired I am because work. But thank you to anyone that has been watching. I greatly appreciate it. If you enjoyed yourself, make sure to smack the like button in the face. Please do not background. It scares the Toon Boom, right? It really does. Like, backgrounds and Toon Boom, they don't like each other. We say background in hushed tones around Toon Boom. It gets angsty when you do backgrounds. But anyway, if you did enjoy the stream, please consider smashing the like button, subscribing for more art and animation content because it really helps the algorithm go, oh, this channel is worth promoting a little bit. And I shall see you all next time. Goodbye!